Vanakkam. While publishing the sessions on SAP production planning, I used to get frequent calls regarding whether one can learn SAP, if he learns, how it will be helpful, and how he can start to learn many things. Also, there was a lot of discussions that they just wanted to understand what exactly is SAP. To address many of these points, I am preparing just one playlist called Introduction to SAP, covering various topics like what is ERP, what is SAP, what are the modules in SAP, how they are related to business processes, what are the job opportunities if you learn SAP, what to learn in SAP and how to start learning SAP, what is the difference between SAP ECC S4HANA, some frequently asked questions. In this session, which is the first session of the playlist, we start the discussion on ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning. A business comprises of suppliers, manufacturers, distribution systems, customers. It is a chain of business processes. Every link should be strong enough to have complete strong chain. As we see here, material should be supplied by suppliers on time with the best cost. Manufacturers should produce quality products or services at least cost to meet the customer demand on time. There should be efficient distribution system to place the products or to send the services so customers will find the products or services at the required time and required quantity at affordable price. By consuming the products or utilizing the services, customers create the demand for the entire supply chain. So every entity in the business is very important, and every entity should add value. They should also make money. To make these effective, there are three flows in any business: materials flow, cash flow, and information flow. Here, information flow is the basis to ensure proper material flow and cash flow. Information flow is enabled by ERP software. In the past, organizations were working in functional silos like suppliers, customers, and distributors were working independently. Most people in organizations were defined with rigid boundaries. For example, buyer will focus on lowest price, but overall landed cost was not considered. The first change happened through just-in-time concept in 1970s. Supplier partnerships were felt to be a major aspect of just-in-time. I mean, people started to come together. Great emphasis was put on trust between the partners by mutual analysis for cost reduction, mutual product design, and all these things for what? To achieve reduced inventory as part of just-in-time. From 1980s to 1990s, there has been explosive growth in computer capability. Highly effective and integrated systems such as ERP and ability to link companies electronically have allowed to share large amounts of information quickly and easily. There has been large growth in global competition. There has been growth in technological capabilities for products and processes. Changes prompted by just-in-time lead to organizational relationship. Subcontracting processes increased as companies started to focus on core competencies. To facilitate these things, material requirement planning evolved. The evolution of computing techniques helped organizations to work out the procurement of components through MRP. Here, through MRP, planning of materials and components to produce the product or service were done. At the same time, the initial MRP systems helped the organization to reduce a lot of efforts, and they were also helping to increase the productivity and reduce the inventory. MRP systems assume availability of infinite capacity. but capacities are always limited. So commitments to customers just based on materials availability without considering capacity evolved as a critical issue. To overcome this issue, MRP2 evolved. You know, MRP means Material Requirements Planning. What is MRP2? MRP2 is Manufacturing Resource Planning. MRP2 considered the capacity along with materials availability. MRP2 provides coordination between marketing and production. Strategic business plan incorporates plans for marketing, finance and production, means marketing must agree that its plans are reliable and attainable. Finance must agree from financial point of view. Production must agree capacity to meet the demand. To meet all these, fully integrated system was required, and that is MRP2. In MRP2, priorities could be adjusted at any point of planning because of capacity problems, and it must be reflecting with proper feedback. MRP2 is a method for the effective planning of resources of manufacturing company. Here we see the overview of manufacturing resource planning MRP2. From the sales and operations planning, production plan is arrived. And after getting this plan, to meet the demand, resource availability is checked. Once availability of resources are confirmed, then material planning is carried out through master production scheduling MPS and material requirements planning MRP. As part of MRP, system will check availability of resources to complete the in-house production items. If they are available, further activities like procurement, production are carried out. Here we can see feedback plays important role in fine-tuning the planning activities in every stage. To get proper feedback, a complete visibility should be there across the supply chain. Also, just checking materials and capacity were not sufficient to take business decision. There was a need to have further analysis like a financial impact to make proper decisions. That is where ERP evolved. As MRP evolved, many aspects were improving in the world. Like computer and IT became significantly faster. They became more reliable and powerful. Speed, accuracy and capability of integrated computer-based management systems helped organizations to get the visibility of information. Integration of knowledge and decision making in all aspects was possible through all internal functions like sales, production, HR, accounting, finance, and external functions like customer, supplier. This integration is called as supply chain management. So supply chain management has evolved. As the system grows larger in scope and integration, when compared to the existing MRP and MRP2, that was not sufficient. That is why ERP evolved, Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP helps organization to carry out planning, procurement to delivery, tracking of orders, planning and control, information throughout organization, sharing data between organizations, visibility across supply chain. While power and capability of ERP are higher, implementation cost is much higher. There are a lot of data required. A lot of time was consuming, lot of effort were required to implement. ERP refers to type of software that organizations use to manage day-to-day business activities such as planning, purchasing, production, quality, sales and distribution, and finance and controlling. A complete ERP suite includes enterprise performance management that helps plan, budget, predict, and report on an organization's financial results. ERP systems tie together a multiple of business processes and enable flow of data between them, which means individual silos are become connected one. By collecting an organization's shared transactional data from multiple sources, ERP systems eliminate data duplication and provide data integrity with single source of truth. Today, ERP systems are critical for managing thousands of businesses of all sizes and in all industries. Let us understand some ERP fundamentals. ERP systems are designed around a single defined data structure that typically has a common database. This helps ensure that information used across the enterprise is normalized and based on common definitions and user experience. These core constructs are then interconnected with the business processes across business departments, connecting the systems and the people who use them. For example, consider a company that builds crushers by procuring parts and components from multiple suppliers. It could use an ERP system to track the requisition and purchase of these goods and ensure that each component across the entire procure-to-pay process uses uniform and clean data connected to enterprise workflows, business processes, reporting, and analytics. When ERP is properly deployed, any component will be uniformly identified with the part name, size, material, source, lot number, supplier part number, serial number, cost, and many other details. Things are becoming data driven. Since data is the lifeblood of every modern company, ERP makes it easier to collect, organize, analyze, and distribute the information to every individual and system that needs it to best fulfill their role and responsibility. ERP also ensures that these data fields and attributes roll up to the correct account in the company's general ledger so that all the costs are properly tracked and represented. Simply put, ERP is the vehicle for integrating people, processes, and technologies across modern enterprise. A key ERP principle is that central allocation of data for wide distribution. Instead of several data which are standalone with endless inventory of disconnected spreadsheets, ERP systems bring order to chaos so that all the users from the CEO to the account payable clerk can create, store, and use the same data derived through common processes. With a secure and centralized data repository, everyone in the organization can be confident that data is correct, up to date, and complete. Data integrity is assured for every task performed throughout the organization, from a quarterly financial statement to a single outstanding receivable reports without relying on error-prone spreadsheets. An ERP will have shared data among various business functions like planning, manufacturing, purchasing, human resource, finance, sales, logistics, etc. There are advanced functions like supplier relationship management, customer relationship management, supply chain event management, warehouse management system, transport management system, advanced planning and scheduling. There are various ERP software providers available. Here we see some widely used ERP systems like Oracle, SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, Bond, JD Edwards, Ramco, Tally, Syspro, many are there, right? So we have discussed what is the general business process, how ERP evolved from MRP, and what are the fundamentals of ERP. So in the next session, we will discuss what is SAP, what are the different modules in SAP, and how the business process are defined in SAP, how they are integrated. Thank you.